I'm just going to take your folder and keep it for a minute.
What's up?
Okay, I think I see. Okay. Just a few here. Okay. All right. I got you. I'll work those in.
Okay, yeah. Drink it all and like crack coffee. A little bit of crack.
They weren't written down. I'm not sure what you mean.
You know, I can show you. I told you show you my buddy that I did as Tyro victims. I think fantastic job. Shit's on there.
Well, the answer wasn't written down. Do you mean the stuff I'm looking at here? So I see some that are circled. Those are the ones you have questions on, right? Okay. But they're written down somewhere, right? Not yet. Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'm going to give back to you what I graded. And then you can go over it with whoever you work with, okay? I'm going to put this in here. I'm not sure where I should put this. Okay. Alright guys, so it's basically wide open. I have come with nothing except an answer key. As far as what we talk about today, it depends on what you guys want to talk about mathematically related. If you want to talk about something not mathematically related, take it outside. So it's totally up to you what we cover today. Oh, we're cool, man. I'm sorry. They were supposed to tell Kathleen that I'm all good. Okay. I took them all by the Math Study Center already.
It's all good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too. Yes. What's that? Do you want to? No, you don't want to. I've got the answer key. Today's review day. Today is review day. Thursday is the test. You guys with me? Okay. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to. You're like, if I have an option, I choose no. Alright. Alright. So this is all dependent on what kind of questions you guys have. So where do we want to start?
So, I was looking at my test, or sorry, my quiz. And so what is multiplying or adding or subtracting numbers with exponents?
So you were looking at, what were you looking at? I'm sorry.
I was looking at number 1, 2.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. So remember, if I have, let me choose a number nobody had. 8. Sure. 8 to the 5th power times 8 to the 7th power. Now, guys. I'm about to tell you something that's going to make you worry about my mental state. And you guys are like, you do that every day. There is no 5 up here. There's no 5 in this whole thing. There's no number 5. There's no 7 up here. There's no number 7 there. Anywhere. And this is where you guys are like, you wrote the damn thing. But what does that mean? That means there are 5 eighths. Okay, there's 5 eighths, and then there's also another 7 eighths. Do you see what I mean when I say that? There's no number 5 up in that problem. What does that 5 represent? 5 eighths.
But don't you times those eights together?
Yeah, no. Well, let's be careful. If I have 5 eighths in a row, and I tack on 7 more eighths, how many whats do I have? 12 eighths.
Oh, that's the easy way to do it. Oh, yeah.
Well, okay. That's the right way to do it. Now, guys.
If it's a parenthesis,
No, let's get there in a minute. I know what you mean, but we're not talking about that property yet. What would you tell the person that writes this down? Why did they write that down? They multiplied 8 times 8, but I don't have really 8 times 8. I have 5 eighths times 7 eighths. Have I done any multiplication here at all yet? No, that's what exponents do. They collect all the multiplication that I have to do eventually. So what I said to people when they wrote this is, I don't see any 64s. And I don't see any 64s. How did you get 12 of them? That's the magic shit, right? Dove. You know, sorry, I didn't come prepared. They were like, oh, yes.
so when we see two same number, we always add it.
Add the powers when you multiply.
Okay.
Because what does 8 to the 5th mean? It means 5 eighths strung together with multiplication. If you string 7 more eighths on the end of that, how long is your string now? 12. So that's why the property is you add powers when you multiply like bases. Let me stay there for a second.
Well, the answer be done. 8, 12.
That's it. Like I told you when you guys were taking the test, I would never expect you to sit there and multiply that damn thing out by hand. Please, dear God, understand that?
Yeah.
I am not going to make you do that. I'll make you do like 1296 times 14 just to make sure you can do that. I'm not going to make you do 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. I'm not. What's wrong with that? That's if I was bored. I'm like, shut up, you guys do this. Let me read my paper. It's like equivalent of showing you a video. All right. So that's what I said on the quiz. A few of you guys still did the one. I'm like, oh my God, if you really want to. Yes?
I have a question. What happens if you have 2 different numbers?
Then you can't do this. I love it. So if it was 7 to the 5th times 8 to the 7th, nothing you can really do. You can't consolidate it. It says consolidate. I got all my 7s together. I got all my 8s together. Up here, do I have all my 8s together yet? No. I have 8s here and 8s there. I just consolidated my 8s.
So down there we have to work that bottom one all around.
Yeah, the only thing you can really do is to figure out what that is and what that is and then multiply it, and I wouldn't make you do that anyway. Let me stop there. Now I really want you to understand this. What operation are exponents based on? Multiplication. Beautiful. And do you see how they change if I multiply? That only makes sense. If they're based on multiplication, they will change when I multiply or divide. Right? What are coefficients based on? Oh shit. No. What does 2x really mean? 2x is doing what? No, that would be x times x, that's x squared. That's exponents. X plus x. So I really want you to see the connection. In fact, let me make it even more. Make this 5 and make this 7. What is 5x plus 7x? Oh, you consolidated them. You had 5x is adding, 7 more x is adding. So I got 12x is adding. 5 eighths multiplying, 7 eighths multiplying. When I multiply them, I get a total of 12 eighths multiplying. It's the same idea. Coefficients are based on addition, so they will change when you add. Exponents based on multiplication, so they will change when you multiply. Like basis, right? Yes?
So for multiplying exponents, it's basically we're just saying consolidate them, not necessarily multiply.
Multiplying like bases means add the exponents. Total.
So what if you had like a 6y? Leave that 5 up, leave that up there, right there. Just put a 6y on the end of that 5, 7, 8. 5, 8, 7, 8. So would you do the 2 like numbers first?
Of course, well, not just first, but only.
Only.
Because this is the only thing you can
Right.
consolidate, right?
Yeah.
Just like the one I had up here earlier, it was 7 to the 5th times 8 to the 7, whatever.
Right.
I've already consolidated all my 7s and 8s. I can't do any more.
Right.
But have I consolidated all my x's yet in this problem? No. How about my y's? Are there any extra y's hanging out?
No.
So the y's are all together. That part's done.
So that's it.
This is the only part that's not done. Now, I love my people that go one more step. Please do God, that's not right. I don't see any XYs. How did you get 18 of them? I got 12 X's and I got 6 Y's. I cannot put them together. I can't consolidate them. Right? Yes?
For how would you solve like the 7 to the 5th power times?
Again, the only thing you could do is actually figure out what the number is, and then multiply them. I would not make you do that. This was just an example based off of this example, right?
Right.
It was a good question. What could you do to this exponent-wise? Not a damn thing. They're not like bases. But see, you've got to understand, why was I able to do this? Because I'm collecting how many 8s I've got. So, if I have 7 to the 5th times 8 to the 7th, do I have to collect any? I've got all my 8s together. I've got all my 7s together. Say again? Yes. Cool. I like it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about dividing?
So dividing works the same way, except, if you multiply like bases, you add them.
Right.
So if you divide like bases, you subtract them. It's crazy. Yeah. Kind of makes sense, right? It's a nice analogy. Nice symmetry. Right. So because if you have 8 times 8 times, please dear God, don't do this. That's 8 to the 7th, right?
Right.
And 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. That's 8 to the 5th.
Right.
Well, how many 8s cancel? 5 of them. How many are left?
2.
Where? On the top. I like it. So what's the shortcut? We subtract. Why? Because that's how many we're going to lose. I mean, so really dig and figure out why. Why do you subtract powers when you divide? Really investigate why that's true. It's not just because we went, oh yeah, let's subtract. No, there has to be a reason. It has to work for some reason, and please never do it. Because if I have 8 to the 78th power, don't turn your paper this way and write 78, and then divide it by 8 to the 70th. No. What's 8 to the 78th power divided by 8 to the 70th power? What's 8?
Oh.
8 to the 8th. You guys see that?
If you want us to show our work, how can we show that? 7 minus.
Alright, so when I say show your work, and the problem is 2 times 5, you just put a 10.
Yeah.
Alright. You understand what I'm saying? So this one, there's not much. You're applying, it's 78 minus 70. There's no real work to show me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So this I'm perfectly fine. Because for another reason, there's nowhere else to come up with this. Now, if I let you use a calculator on something and you don't show me any work on something, then that's easy to get. But your calculator ain't going to do this shit for you. If you try to put this in the calculator, it's going to blow up. Well, not blow up. It's just going to go syntax error. So it's a little too big of a number for it, I think. Yes. I'm sorry, real quick. I heard some dissension. You guys, is everybody cool with this? Don't even do that. Like from this to this. Alright, so the idea of math doesn't care what I put here and here, what do I do with them? Subtract. So big deal I made it. Don't go, I don't know what 8 to the 78th. That's not what the question's saying, is it? Simplify this, and I just subtract these.
Because it's division, you subtract.
Exactly. Like bases, when I divide, I subtract.
If it's negative, it's like the same thing, right?
So now we can bring negative powers in. Have we talked about negative powers? I don't think so. Because there's another class that's really close to you guys, but we go a little deeper into stuff, and I always forget which class was which. I don't think we've talked about negative powers. Let's not do that. No, we have definitely not talked about negative powers. Yet. But they do something. Let me see. Let me try to push it just a little bit. Watch this. What is 11 to the 2x divided by 11 to the x?
I got a problem.
Hold on.
11x.
11x.
11.
X.
I know what you mean. To the
To the x.
x.
To the x.
Because what do you do? You subtract. See, math doesn't care that it's X is up there. We care a little bit. We're like, oh shit. But the process says, I got like bases, I'm dividing, I subtract the powers, whatever the hell they are, I subtract them.
If it's 11x over 11 2x.
Oh, well, okay. You ready for this? All right, well, you keep trying to get us into negative territory. I don't know why. Let me give you a little bit easier. Watch. So this is going to answer your question also, right? Isn't it? That?
Yes.
Okay. How many 7s cancel? How many? 5 of them. How many are left?
2.
Where?
Bottom.
Done. All right. Or 1 over 49. Now that one, 7 squared, you better make that 49. Do you see that? I don't have to bring negative powers in. Negative powers mean flip. That's in your future. We don't have to talk about it right now. Here, why did I put 8 squared? Because 2 were left on the top. 8 squared over 1. I don't write the over 1. Here, there's 2 left on the bottom because that's where there were more of them.
Okay.
I skipped over somebody. Who did I skip over? No? Okay. Okay. Do you have a question about this one?
No, I have a question on one of the homeworks that pertains to something that's kind of on like the
Practice test.
yes.
Okay. What's
I
up?
had a hard time with it.
Okay, it says translate twice the number, decrease by 13 for a mathematical expression.
Where's that coming from? Is that from a quiz? Oh, okay. So I'm not going to do that one. Let's see. Twice the number. I'll do that much. Increased.
Decrease.
No, increased. By 42.
Increase.
So what am I increasing by 42? What operation does that imply? Increased by 42. Addition, definitely. What am I adding 42 to? How do you write twice a number?
2n.
Now increase that by 42.
Square 42.
Yeah.
So if I said decrease, what's the only change going to be? Subtraction instead of addition. If I want to decrease. Say again?
Where did you get that 2x from again?
How do I write mathematically if I say, guys, if I say a number, how do you write that mathematically? We don't know what the number is, X or N, right? You can use either one.
Y or E.
Beautiful. Now if I say twice a number, whatever the number is, what does twice mean? I'm going to take the number and I'm going to
Times 2.
multiply by 2. So twice a number is X times 2.
Right, because you don't actually have a number.
I like it.
So when do we use the parentheses?
All right, you ready? You ready? All right. So here's 1, 2. Twice the sum of a number and 42. What am I doubling on the second line? What am I doubling? It says twice what? The sum. Oh shit, I better write that first and then double it. What am I doubling here? A number. So I can write a number and then double it. And then increase it by 42. The difference here is what am I doubling? The sum. I better write that sum down first. And then I can double it. Double the sum. Double mint. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking.
I know. I do so many ways. So how do I write the sum of a number and 42? How do I write that? Yes, sum is addition. Number, sum. What's happening? My least favorite sound is what? That's definitely this piece. I'm not done. I'm not saying I'm done. I'm circled shit yet. Now that's the sum, and what do I want to do to this whole thing?
Add them together? Oh no, twice.
This is twice a number, and then do something with that. So twice a number, and then do something. This is twice the sum. Whatever the sum is, you got to double the whole damn thing. That's when I need parentheses. I like it.
This problem problem right here. I wanted to punch myself in the face about 8 times. I got 2 different answers for it, and I did it like 9 different ways. So I want to see how you work it out.
All right, let's see.
See if you can get 2 different answers, because I got...
No, I can't.
No,
It's impossible for me to do that.
No. I got negative 19 over 2, and then I got negative 9.5. I don't know if that's correct.
No.
No?
All right, guys. No. Come on.
I mean, this hurt me.
So this was, I'm sorry, which section was this?
This is 3.4.
3.4 number.
254.
All right. All right, guys. What is the last thing I'm going to do up there? Addition. Why is that the last thing? Because it's ass in pentos. Please excuse my dumb ass son. Or, ant, if you want to say it the less offensive way.
The ass of the
It's the ass of the grammar of math.
grammar.
The ass is the end, so it's black.
I like it. The ass is the end. That's beautiful. I love this. So I'm going to do this and this. I got to figure out what those are before I can add them.
All right.
So what is 52 divided by negative 4? What's 48 divided by 4?
9.
No. What's 48 divided by 4? 12. Now, come on, guys. Stay with me. This is a neat little trick you can do. I get a number that's close. 48 divided by 4 is 12. 52 is one more 4 over 48, right? So if it takes 12 fours for 48, it takes 13 fours for 52.
Neat.
I know it's neat. At least one of you guys think so. All right. And the negative sign, is it still alive?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no other negative to kill it. So it's negative 13 plus... What's negative 32 divided by negative 8? What happens to the negatives?
Divided 4.
Yeah, the negatives kill each other. What's up?
Well, what about the remainder of that?
There's no remainder. How do you get a remainder? What's 13 times 4?
52.
52. So then 52 divided by 4 must be 13.
Oh!
So the real key thing there is if a number, guys, if I'm trying to divide something by something, if it, what's a really weird one? Let's see. I don't know. Help me. Guys, normally we know 13, does it go into 39? 13 goes into 39? Oh shit, alright. 3 times. Guys, stay with me. Guys. 52 is how much more than 39? 13. So if 13 goes into 39 3 times, and 52 is one more 13, it goes into the 52 4 times. There's 4 13s in this, because it's one more 13 above what it took 3 13s to get to.
I'm an idiot and wrote 54.
Neato. That'll do it.
That's fine.
I'll do it.
Alright. So let's finish this up. The negatives kill each other, right?
Yes. Yes.
30 divided by 8?
4.
4.
Finally. You're lucky.
Yes, negative 9.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Okay, so it wasn't as hard as I thought.
No.
I'm just an idiot and wrote 54 instead of 52.
First thing I do,
Harder.
if I would have looked at your work, the first thing I do when I tutor somebody is to make sure they wrote their problem down right from the book. Saves me a lot of heartache too.
Did you just write dummy on that problem? Go ahead.
You can write whatever you want to.
No, I'm allowing
Except
you.
don't write like Jeff's an asshole.
I'm allowing you to write dummy.
Oh, no, I'm not
on
going to
my
write that.
paper.
I'm not going to write that.
Why? I'm allowing you to.
Please.
Okay.
It'll come back to haunt me. My dean will be like, a student came to see me about
I'd be like,
something you wrote. Yeah, that'll go over big. Yes. Yes. I'm working my way up toward it. So I think we're kind of like in this section here. So guys, real quick here. I got some questions on section 3.2. And I think this relates to something, a question somebody else was asking me. in math, we don't like these multiple signs here, right? And if you're, it sounds like some of you guys don't like it either. The nice thing is, now watch this. I really want this to make sense. Let me do some side work here that's related to this in a way. Watch. What's negative times negative? I love it, because negative means turn around. And then I do another negative, it's turned back, and then I'm back to where I was. So they kind of cancel each other out. Cool. Wherever I see negative next to a negative, I can replace it with a plus sign. Is that cool? Because that's what the hell it is. I love it. So if I had a problem that said 7 minus negative 8, it's 7 plus freaking 8. Because of what you just said.
But you still don't come out with a negative.
No.
No, because you add. That's right.
Yeah, what's 7 plus 8?
That's right.
15. Now, this morning in my other class that kind of does some of the similar stuff as you guys, the physical situation, the best physical situation I can come with to explain this is forgiving debt. If you owed somebody $8, right? And you got $7, you're in the hole. But if they forgive that debt, it's like adding money to you. That's more money you can use that you didn't have before. So forgiving debt is the same as adding money. Does it make sense? If I forgive debt, I'm taking debt away. If I take debt away, that's actually the same thing as adding money into your situation. So that's a physical relation. That's a physical example of what negative minus means. Okay. All right. So let's go to this guy. What is positive times negative? Negative. So if I have 4 plus negative 9, I can write that as 4 minus 9. So that's kind of like the first thing I would do. Actually, I don't like double signs. And it all depends. If you like this, if it makes more sense to you, that's fine. You just attack it because they have different signs. So what do I do with them, Brendan, to figure out what 4 minus 9 is? They have different signs, so I subtract. That's what I'm looking for. What's 9 minus 4? But the bigger one is, so this is negative 5. Let me stop there for a second. I'm not done, obviously, right? Write that there. Okay. Now, some of you guys, if I say 4 minus 9, you can just tell me negative 5 without too much thought because you kind of internalize it. That's nice for you. Enjoy that. Everybody else, if they're different signs, you subtract and put the bigger sign on. If they're the same sign, you add and put that sign back on. It's almost too nice to believe.
So if there's 2 additions you have, if there's 2 negatives you have.
Totally. I like it. So, like if I said negative 7 minus 11, I owe you $7. I don't really, don't get $7. And I owe you $11, right? How much money do I owe overall? 18. So I owe 18. If I'm already in the hole and I go deeper, I'm going to become more negative. So 7 plus 11 is 18. Put the sign back on. Bam. Maybe.
Bam.
Bam. Emerald math. Bam. Alright. So what's negative 5 plus 7? 2. Because 7 minus 5 is 2, and the bigger one is positive. 5 minus 7 is negative 2. So if it was 5 minus 7, 7 minus 5 is 2, but the bigger one is negative. Bam.
You know what keeps killing me is like the one you got in parentheses, and like you have 7 minus negative 8. When you have them like that, that throws me off every time.
But do you realize you can just do this now? I mean,
yeah.
2 negatives make it positive.
Because a minus is a negative. Yeah.
Yes. That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't always work perfect, but that is the truth.
Yeah.
A minus sign is a negative.
Right.
A plus sign is a positive. Yeah. I got some more from you here. Hold on. Is that one cool? All right. The other one's pretty much just like that one. How about this one? Let's see. Couldn't find the answer? Didn't get the final answer. You mean some of the ones that I took from you before? Oh, on these. Well, you got time. You got till Thursday. So you say you have more questions than just the circled ones, or just the circled ones? Well, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to give it back to you. So you still have time to work on it. All right? So you can finish it up. Is that cool? Let me see if I can get some more questions. Guys, a couple more questions here. Section 3.2 also has one of these kind of things. Right? So you have to take this and you have to just plug in the values they give you.
Yeah.
So they love doing that kind of problem to you. So on this first one, I rewrite this as what? Right, it's y plus 9. So if y is negative 29, it's negative 29 plus 9. Stop right there. What's up? I see some confusion. So let me write it over here. So if y plus 9 is the expression I'm evaluating, then I'm going to just plug a negative 29 there. No big deal, right? Because I know y is negative 29.
True. So what's that 84 down there for? That's
the second problem.
Second problem?
Second part, yeah.